Reiki. Get more energy through spiritual healing without being a guru. Written by Betty Crawford, narrated by Carol Weekland. Reiki. History, Disciplines, and Attunements. Reiki is made up of two parts, the Rei and the Ki. The first part means spirit, and the Ki is the same as Qi or energy. Reiki is also known as universal life energy. Reiki is a method of healing and a way of life. The spiritual growth aspect of Reiki is at least as important as the laying on of hands aspect. Reiki, as in the laying on of hands energy, can be felt where the healer's hands are or somewhere else. For example, the healer's hands could be at the head and the healee may feel it at their feet. Reiki can be felt in many different manifestations. It can be felt as hot or cold, wave-like, tingling or vibration-like, electrical, or not felt at all. Reiki as we know it has been founded by Mikao Usui, respectively called Usui Sensei or Dr. Usui. He lived in Japan from 1865 to 1926. Stories about Usui. It is said that he was the dean of the Philosophical University in Japan, a Buddhist and a Christian, a monk, and many other descriptions. What everyone does seem to agree on is that Usui learned from ancient text and then meditated on top of a mountain for 21 days, where he somehow received the gift of healing. Some say this was due to getting struck by lightning on the 21st day. Usui founded a Reiki clinic in Japan and passed on the Reiki to others by means of empowerments, a way of passing on the gift and teaching. One of those whom Usui taught was Kujiro Hayashi. In the early 1930s, Hawayo Takata from Hawaii traveled to Japan and was cured of a tumor and other ailments at the Reiki clinic. Naturally, upon discovering such a method, one would want to go out and heal the world. Kujiro Hayashi trained her, and she is the source of much of the Reiki practiced in the West today. There are about 142 different disciplines of Reiki, and more than 142 different egos. However, all Reiki is Reiki. Only one discipline of Reiki is needed for a healer to flourish with it. After the attunement process, the healer grows and develops their gift by practicing Reiki both as a healing and as a way of life. Attunements can only be performed by a Reiki master or Reiki master teacher. The attunement process is a way of passing on the empowerments in a quick burst of energy. An attunement is also called an initiation. The Reiki attunements are what differentiate Reiki from other forms of energy or hands-on healing. An attunement tunes the student to the Reiki channel, kind of like a radio being tuned to a particular channel. They will then be able to channel Reiki for life. Even if a person attuned to Reiki leaves the actual practice of Reiki, they never lose the ability to get back in touch with Reiki, and they can reconnect with it again when they wish. Each level of Reiki study has its relevant attunements. There are usually 3 levels, although this differs from one discipline to another. Reiki. What is it and how it works? Reiki is a complementary treatment modality that can improve healing. Reiki is the life force that flows through all living things. Stresses of everyday living create blockages and imbalances in the body. Since Reiki reaches all levels of existence, it provides the environment for unification and balance to take place on all levels of the person. Reiki provides support for restoring physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual balance in a way that optimizes health and healing. A Reiki treatment or practice is a simple technique that allows your body to attune through connection with the palms of the practitioner's hands. Reiki is totally safe and can be felt as an increased sense of oneness and harmony. Reiki practitioners assist people in moving to a more integrated level of health. Reiki supports consciousness and conscious health. It is a complementary healing modality and a cooperative process between client, practitioner, and the universe. How does it work? Reiki is multidimensional. It provides the environment for healing the source of a problem at the level of its origin, be it body, mind, emotion, or spirit. Reiki attunes the person to his or her own natural state of balance. Balance provides the environment for health and healing to occur. The Reiki practitioner is not doing anything to the person. Rather, a practitioner allows Reiki to be present so realignment and rebalancing can occur. All healing is self-healing. When the environment is optimized, the person's own healing mechanisms engage. Reiki is completely non-invasive. For this reason, Reiki is perfectly safe and has no negative side effects. Reiki is not a religion, and there is nothing you must believe in order to learn and use it. In fact, it is not dependent on belief at all and will work whether you believe in it or not. Nor does it have to be directed by the practitioner. Reiki is not a substitute for medical and other healthcare treatments. Rather, it can complement, support, and enhance other treatment modalities. What are the benefits? Reiki is being used at many hospitals throughout the world. It is used during surgery, in the emergency room, and in departments of oncology, pediatrics, neonatology, labor and delivery, and rehabilitation. Benefits include decreases pain, reduces stress and promotes relaxation, assists the body in eliminating toxins, balances energy flow throughout the body, brings comfort and peace to those who are terminally ill, promotes health and well-being, enhances and accelerates the normal healing processes of the body. How is it learned? Reiki is taught, and vibrational attunements are passed directly to students by a qualified Reiki master teacher. It is taught in 3 consecutive levels called degrees, consisting of workshops of varying lengths and times. First degree Reiki is used for self-healing and providing Reiki to another person who is physically present with the practitioner. Second degree Reiki is used to provide Reiki when the other person is at a distance. Third degree Reiki is the master level, which is reserved for those who want to dedicate themselves to teaching Reiki. Reiki is a safe complementary treatment that can support your health and healing along with other traditional and non-traditional healing approaches. It is used in many hospitals and has no unwanted side effects. Unique qualities of Reiki. Reiki's uniqueness as a healing therapy comes from 5 main qualities. Reiki energy is osmotic. Reiki energy flows as if by osmosis, and once it enters the body, it will be used where it is most needed. There is no requirement to direct the energy. In osmotic terms, there is a flow from high universal life energy, the energy surrounding us, to low universal life energy, our tired and exhausted bodies. The energy will flow as long as there is a difference in concentration. Where there is no longer a difference in concentration, the body is in equilibrium. When Reiki is flowing, it is drawn to areas of high need. It is an automatic process that requires no conscious direction or focus on our part. Reiki energy is all-encompassing. It works on all levels, physical, mental, and emotional. One size fits all due to the neutral state of the energy as it enters the body. The energy is used by the body and does not act on the body. Like potential energy, for example, energy present in calories that is dormant until released by our cells, it is inert until funneled into the body via our hands. Reiki energy will drive whatever work needs to be done. On a physiological level, it can be used to repair damaged cells, reproduce, build immunity, create more efficient communication between different parts of the body, or release toxins. On a mental or emotional level, it can be used to promote relaxation and calm. Reiki energy flows automatically. Reiki will switch itself on or off with no personal effort, skill, or special gift required by us. Reiki flow switches on and off depending on osmotic flow of the energy and without any conscious effort or belief on the practitioner's part. So just as Reiki will flow to where it is most needed without our direction, so it will also be regulated by the body's needs in terms of the amount of flow required. This quality manifests itself whether Reiki is being given or received. Reiki energy is complementary. Reiki is complementary with any other form of healing or medication. There are no known contraindications. Because Reiki is a neutral energy, it has no innate quality of its own, so it is both complementary to other forms of treatment, such as chemotherapy, and safe to use when other treatments might be precluded, such as for pregnant women and babies. Reiki energy is universal and limitless. Reiki does not use up personal energy or drain you in any way. Neither does it rely on your state of health. People who are already very sick can use Reiki to treat themselves or others. This quality makes Reiki very different from many other healing methods. For example, Qigong healing, in which Qi, which is believed to be the life energy of the body, needs to be built up within the healer and then pumped into the person to be healed, dispelling their negative Qi. This leaves the Qigong master depleted of energy. Reiki has the opposite effect in that after treatment, practitioners often feel rejuvenated themselves, having absorbed some of the energy that has been flowing through them to the other person. It is a significant benefit of Reiki that by giving Reiki to another, you also receive it yourself. It also means that no matter how sick you are, you can still begin rebuilding your own energy without relying solely on others. Reiki myths. Reiki is a religion. No, Reiki is spiritual, not a religion. There is no Reiki church, no Reiki liturgy, no priests, no sermons. There are Reiki principles for practitioners. These are not religious and come from the Japanese emperor. The code of ethics goes hand in hand with the ability to heal. Reiki principles might be, but usually are not, communicated with Reiki recipients. Communication usually completely centers around the recipient's well-being. A Reiki practitioner can heal a Reiki recipient. Well, no. A Reiki practitioner is kind of like a garden hose pouring Reiki, universal life force energy onto recipients so they can heal themselves. The Reiki energy comes through the practitioner, but it is not the practitioner and is given to you, the Reiki recipient. The Reiki practitioner is the facilitator of your healing. None but you can heal yourself. This task cannot be delegated. A Reiki treatment should be free. Reiki is divine, thus free. It's true that Reiki is universal life force energy and therefore is divine. However, unless the practitioner uses Reiki as a charity or gift, it cannot be provided free. The Reiki practitioner must take time to prepare and give the treatment, have previously acquired and paid for the ability and skill to be able to channel Reiki for your healing, and must make an effort to be a professional health service provider. This is why recipients should pay for Reiki, just as they pay for dental surgery. Reiki is the same as therapeutic touch. They look similar but are different. They are similar in that in both a Reiki and therapeutic touch treatment, a practitioner gently places hands in specific positions on or over a person's body for healing. They are both non-invasive techniques for clearing, energizing, and balancing energy of the client's body and aura. In both cases, a client's first response is relaxation, the required condition for healing. But Reiki and therapeutic touch are not the same. A Reiki practitioner helps people heal by channeling universal life force energy, Reiki, into their body. A Reiki practitioner receives the ability to heal and instruction on how to use it from a specifically attuned Reiki master. Reiki was developed in the early 1900s by Dr. Usui in Japan. Reiki is also a life philosophy. Practitioners are required to work on themselves through self-Reiki. A therapeutic touch practitioner works with people's individual energy field. With his hands, the practitioner assesses and balances the bioenergetic field around a person's body. The practitioner manipulates this field to encourage the person's natural healing. Therapeutic touch was developed by Dolores Krieger, RN, in the 1970s as a tool for patient care by nurses. Later, she shared it with the public for everyone's healing. If you're healed, you're cured. Healing may include curing. However, healing is not curing. Healing and curing come from the opposite end of a spectrum of wellness. While curing works on the symptoms and their immediate physical causes, healing works on the root cause of a problem or physical condition. Reiki healing entails emotional, spiritual, and mental unblocking and rebalancing. Dissolving the root cause of the problem usually also releases the physical problem and its symptoms. Healing is linear. You're unwell. You're one half fixed. You're done. It does not work like this. I would say that healing is a spiral process, taking huge reiterative loops up. Every loop we heal from something, making us lighter and our light shine brighter. Therefore, every loop we go a bit or a lot higher on the spiral. Then we take our next loop where we will work on something else. As we are now higher up in the spiral, we have and operate from a different and more spiritually more evolved viewpoint. The power of Reiki symbols. There are many different types of healers in the world today, ranging from medical healers, auric healers. Clairvoyants, or psychics that we have today. There are very few that have the track record that Reiki masters have today. Reiki began in Japan around 1922. This technique uses a type of hands-on healing which is considered an alternative form of medicine. In the same way that acupuncture seems to work with energy that runs through our bodies, Reiki is a healing technique that also configures the energetic systems of our body while transferring universal energy through our hands. Two types of Reiki. There are actually two types of Reiki that are commonly practiced. One is called traditional Japanese Reiki. The other is referred to as Western Reiki. The primary difference between the two is that traditional Reiki is more intuitive, where the healer will place his or her hands on locations where they believe the energy needs to flow. Western Reiki relies upon a very systematic way of placing your hands on a person's body in order to effect a change. Both of these have 3 separate levels, including a first, a second, and what is called a master teaching level. It is only from a master teacher that you can actually receive the attunement of all 3 levels and thus become a Reiki master yourself. Why Reiki works. The reason that Reiki is able to help people heal is because it is able to tap into what is called Qi. This is also called Qi in China and has many other names in cultures worldwide. In essence, you're tapping into the spirit of the universe, the energy from which all things have originated. By doing so, you are able to remove yourself from the situation and allow the internal dialogue or your perception of the world to pause just long enough to allow the energy to flow through you. By doing this, you will be able to assess the healing energies of the universe, and the Reiki symbols can help you achieve this. As a result of becoming attuned by a Reiki master using the symbols at all 3 levels, you will have a higher chance of becoming a more proficient healer. Does Reiki work for everyone? The answer to this question is both yes and no. It does work for everyone, but depending upon the situation, it may not. If someone is not healed by a Reiki master or by anyone that is running energy, a healing may not manifest as a result of the energetic frequencies of both the healer and the person. It is also important to recognize that the universe runs on its own schedule, and that when a person's time comes up, it's their time to go. We can only try our best to give people the best possible chance to recover from their illness or injuries they have sustained, yet that does not mean that Reiki does not work if what you attempt to do fails. In the same way, the doctors have specific protocols that they must follow, which give them the best possible chance of helping a person survive. They are not always successful, which is why trying to heal someone with Reiki does not in any way diminish its ability to help people heal. In conclusion, Reiki symbols are things that you really need to be attuned with so that you can become a Reiki master. If you are able to run energy naturally, if your hands get hot and you have effected a positive change in others through hands-on healing or distance healing, the Reiki symbols in becoming a Reiki master can only help you become a better healer. Hopefully, this information will inspire you to learn more about Reiki and of all the benefits that it can provide not only the people you heal, but how it can change your life in a positive way. Reiki Healing Hands. Healing hands could be the term offered to persons that have been attuned to the healing power of Reiki healing and can perform Reiki channeling of this power by way of their hands. Reiki may be the gift of vitality and self-preservation encoded into the genetic makeup of all God's creatures. It's the higher self's connection to the universal power that breathes life into all living tissues. We are all born with the omniscient wisdom to heal and preserve life, with all living things connected by the universal life force, the non-physical ubiquitous energy that provides life to just about every living organism. The benefits of hands-on Reiki healing. Reiki can help you boost every single aspect of your life and support to retain ongoing wellness and prevent illness. It is actually for everybody and can be applied to heal adults, youngsters, babies, an unborn youngster, and also pets. It's a safe and straightforward therapy option that can be made use of to complement and enhance the effects with the regular wellness care an individual receives within the hospital or wellness center. Indeed, Reiki is made use of within a broad range of settings like hospitals, hospices, cancer support groups, post-operative recovery, as well as in drug rehabilitation. Reiki can also be applied with other natural healing therapies, which include meditation, crystals, and aromatherapy, with Reiki reinforcing the effect of these healing therapies. Our knowledge of healing hands. As Asui Reiki masters, we've received and performed Reiki on numerous occasions. We really feel that the healing power of Reiki is an extraordinary thing, and we really feel extremely relaxed afterwards. The most beneficial approach to fully grasp what healing hands are, or really feel like, would be to experience it for yourself. Reiki hand positions. As soon as you receive the first-degree attunement from a Reiki master, then you are ready to work using the universal life force. Nevertheless, it really is vital that you just realize, as with every profession, you must first practice and master the abilities connected with healing, including the correct Reiki hand positions, to get a Reiki self-therapy. Finding out the Reiki hand positions can be comparable to when someone very first learns to drive an auto. They need time, practice, and experience to master what appears to be a rather complicated set of procedures. Nevertheless, within a fairly brief space of time, they're able to drive safely and effortlessly as they unconsciously manage the car and all the many abilities associated with driving. Likewise, with time, practice, and experience, you might master the skills and strategies associated with the art of Reiki healing, such as the Reiki hand positions. Treat the early months as a finding-out encounter, just about like an apprenticeship. This can provide you with the time you'll want to develop your self-confidence and expertise. Keep in mind, the more you operate with Reiki, then a lot more intuitive you are going to become. Your energy vibration will likely be raised, and you'll develop an expertise for a new joyful consistency inside your life. Making use of the Reiki hand positions when performing a Reiki self-healing could be the starting point for individual development and self-discovery. Reiki will not be just a tool for healing. It also brings protection, prevention, and private transformation on all levels. As you progress along your new path, inevitably you're going to come up against obstacles and setbacks in your life that typically appear like the whole ocean front. But with Reiki, you'll have the strength to cope with them as though they may be but pebbles on the beach. Even when you under no circumstances use Reiki to heal anyone but yourself, you can discover a brand new sense of balance and peace in your life. There's no other process of self-treatment as simple and as useful as Reiki. Simply because Reiki is usually accessible to you whenever you really feel tired, stressed, have any aches or pains, it is possible to alleviate them by merely laying your hands on your body. The infinite wisdom of Reiki will go to wherever it can be essential. Recharge your batteries every day, not just when issues, difficulties, anxiousness, or illnesses arise. Day-to-day self-remedy will support to prevent sickness and disease and bring your life into focus and balance speedily. Every time you use Reiki on yourself, you raise your self-esteem and self-adore. You'll discover your mission in life and develop it into additional compassion and love. Instead of receiving stress in the normal actions you make contact with each day, such as traffic jams, meetings, interviews, going to the physicians or dentist, waiting in queues, your youngster requires and your family responsibilities, to name but a few, enable Reiki into your life and let Reiki develop into a brand new way of life to you. Reiki is actually a gift to be savored and enjoyed. Keep in mind, the more you use Reiki, the stronger and much more profound it becomes. Everyday use could extend your personal life by quite a few years. You can find a number of positive aspects to become gained, which take place with no effort from an everyday Reiki self-treatment like: Reiki will unwind you if you are stressed. Reiki brings about deep relaxation. Reiki centers your thoughts if you are confused. Reiki energizes you if you feel drained. Reiki calms you after you are frightened. Reiki focuses your thoughts and helps you to resolve issues. Reiki relieves pain. Reiki accelerates natural healing of wounds. Reiki improves wellness. Reiki gradually clears up chronic troubles. Reiki assists prevents the improvement of disease. Reiki detoxifies the body. Reiki dissolves energy blockages. Reiki releases emotional wounds. Reiki increases the vibrational frequency in the physique. Reiki assists, transforms those unfavorable things for yourself with Reiki. There is certainly no right or wrong approach to work with Reiki on yourself. As you become much more experienced with all the Reiki energy, you can intuitively move your hands to wherever it feels right. Having said that, should you be aware of a specific problem, which includes any injury or pain, then you should place your hands directly over that area to begin with and follow up with a full self-treatment. In the beginning, it is often very best to follow a set procedure using the chakra points. Once you have mastered the hand positions, you can then leave each and every self-treatment up to your intuition. You may wish to function with music to add the right relaxing mood. Discover a place where you won't be disturbed if possible. Normally, you would spend 3 to 5 minutes on every position. Even so, time is typically short, but recall a little Reiki is better than no Reiki. On completion in the self-therapy, drink a large glass of purified water. Close your eyes and go inside and pay attention for the thoughts and emotions that have arisen during the session. You may really feel lightheaded, and for those who must rest or sit down to get a brief time, allow yourself this time. If you feel you must continue to function on a specific area with the physique, even if you've completed a full self-therapy employing the Reiki hand positions, then go with your intuition. Often listen to your thoughts and body. Remember, the Reiki healing hand positions are only a guide. Use your intuition. How seniors can benefit from Reiki therapy. As we get older, our bodies struggle with everyday chores and life is not always as good as we would like it to be. Aches and pains in our joints and muscles, slow healing cuts and ugly bruises detract in varying degrees from enjoyment of our senior years. It doesn't have to be that way, though. With regular Reiki treatments, these annoying, bothersome discomforts can be reduced, minimized, and in many cases alleviated altogether. People all around the world, young and old, have benefited from Reiki in the relief of stress, painful injuries, easing of the ravages of diseases, as well as physical, emotional, and mental conditions. Unfortunately, not all seniors are aware of how much Reiki can help them. Most seniors rely solely on traditional medicine. Reiki is not an alternative to this medicine. It works with doctors and other healthcare providers as a supplementary treatment. Reiki is loving, gentle, and hands-on. It is specifically designed to reduce stress and remove energy blockages from one's system. We are, after all, mostly energy, and like other systems, sometimes we bung up. Reiki calls the energy blockage, preventing the normal flow of energy into and out of our bodies. Reiki, seniors, and everyday life. Most seniors have stiffness in their joints and muscles, aches, pains, circulation problems, and neurological disorders. Reiki can often relieve these and help seniors to enjoy their golden years a little more. Senior-age folks generally take to Reiki quickly because it provides the relief they are looking for. It helps to ease their pain and discomfort and give them better ability to use their joints and muscles without fear of pain, which in turn can help with such common occurrences as falls. As noted above, Reiki helps most people, especially seniors, to heal faster from surgery and injury. Remember when you were a child and got hurt? The first thing your mom did was put her hand on the hurt area, and she probably kissed it better as well. That is Reiki. Reiki treatment can also ease other problems common among senior citizens: respiratory problems, decreased energy and activity levels. Reiki can correct these and can usually also bring rejuvenated mental ability. A common irritation for many seniors is dry, itchy skin. This can be from a number of causes. Reiki can help to provide relief here too. Insomnia is another common senior complaint that Reiki can deal with. Reiki is so soothing and relaxing that with some training in Reiki self-healing, anyone suffering from insomnia can be shown how to get a good night's sleep every night. Too many seniors are not able to enjoy their retirement years because of health problems, whether physical, chronic ailments, or mental conditions including depression, loss of memory and forgetfulness, Alzheimer's or dementia. With Reiki care, seniors have a much better chance of increased enjoyment of their lives. Dementia is a debilitating disease that robs people of their memories, and in advanced cases, they often do not even recognize their own family. Sad. But quite often, Reiki has the capability to reach these dementia sufferers through its gentle treatment. Reiki improves the quality of life for seniors. Seniors often have to deal constantly with loss of memory, lessened ability to function normally, muscle aches, joint and chronic pain, disabilities, uncomfortable and embarrassing disorders such as incontinence or the ability to do things for themselves, continual medical visits, morning and evening medications, and so many other things that deter from the enjoyment of what is supposed to be their happy retirement years. Thank goodness that Reiki is available to help ease those pains and bring some relaxation and enjoyment to the lives of our senior citizens. Reiki really can make a difference by decreasing their level of pain, suffering, and sickness, while increasing the flow of energy and in turn their ability to function better, bring enjoyment back into their lives, and generally improve their health, safety, and well-being. Reiki as a supplement to traditional medicine. Reiki does not replace traditional medicine and doctor's care. It acts as a supplementary therapy and works with doctors and other healthcare providers. It has been shown to have beneficial effects on patients, speed up the healing process, and return the patient to full health faster. At times, Reiki even works when other types of treatment do not. Reiki and major diseases. Reiki is also proving to be helpful in providing pain relief to people with major diseases such as heart surgery and cancer. Chemotherapy patients often experience reduced pain levels when adding Reiki therapy in addition to their normal recovery routine. The benefits of Reiki therapy to people in general, especially seniors, are being recognized throughout the medical profession. Why? Because Reiki has proven itself to be an excellent adjunct or supplement to traditional medical treatment. Reiki works, and it can work for you. Using a pendulum during Reiki healing treatments. Reiki masters and practitioners can benefit from using pendulums during Reiki healing treatments in many ways. Below we will discuss the 3 most common ways to use a pendulum on clients during Reiki sessions. But remember, feel free to think outside of the box. Pendulums can help you gain wisdom beyond what your conscious mind knows if you let them. 1. Use your Reiki pendulum to determine the health of the 7 main chakras of the client. The chakras are energy centers in your body, and the word literally means wheel in Sanskrit. The 7 main chakras, the root, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, should all be spinning in a clockwise direction if they are healthy. People's chakras can often become blocked with energy or have too little or too much energy in them. Directing the healing Reiki energy specifically toward these imbalanced chakras is an excellent way to return them to their balanced state. If you hold your Reiki pendulum over each chakra at the very beginning of your session, you can determine which chakras need extra attention and plan your Reiki healing treatment accordingly. Be sure to check the chakras at the end of the Reiki session as well. It is always nice to see the progress and how the Reiki healing energy has helped the client. 2. Let the pendulum tell you what to do during the Reiki treatment. Example, where to stand, which symbols to give. In order to use your pendulum effectively, you need to determine how it responds before the Reiki treatment. For example, you will already want to know how your pendulum replies yes, no, maybe, I don't know, and ask later before you start your Reiki session. You can determine your pendulum's responses by programming and understanding your Reiki pendulum beforehand. Assuming you have already programmed your Reiki pendulum and understand its answers, use it as the valuable tool it is during your Reiki treatments and ask it questions about anything which you are uncertain. You may be at your client's feet and ask your pendulum if you should remain at the foot of the table or move to the person's head. Also, a great question to ask is which symbols to use during the Reiki healing. Instead of asking questions, say statements for a better response for your Reiki pendulum. For example, say, I should use the forgiveness symbol over the client's heart, and wait to see your Reiki pendulum's response. Once again, use your creativity. 3. Determine when to give Reiki treatments and which complementary modalities to use during the session. Many Reiki practitioners incorporate the use of crystals, sound healing, aromatherapy, acupressure, and energy work into their Reiki treatment sessions. Let your pendulum help you determine not only which complementary tools to use, but also when to schedule the sessions to get the most out of them. While using a Reiki pendulum can be an invaluable tool during your treatments, the beauty of the Reiki healing energy is that it has an intelligence in and of itself. So essentially, there is no wrong way to use your pendulum. Even if you think you are making a mistake, which is really just an opportunity to learn, the Reiki healing energy will always travel to where it is needed most. So have fun with your Reiki pendulum. Things that you should know are not part of a Reiki treatment. There is a need to clarify what is not Reiki. Many people get a false impression of Reiki and may even miss out on a great healing simply because they attend what is advertised as Reiki but is not. The following list will help clear up most misconceptions. 1. A tarot reading given as a part of the treatment. Tarot is definitely not and has never been part of Reiki. Additionally, the tarot reading feeds into worry about the future, and this is in direct contrast to the fundamental Reiki principle of just for today, do not worry. Reiki empowers you to take control of your life and let go of fears. 2. Crystals. Now there is a respected Reiki discipline called Crystal Reiki, and good healers trained in this technique will use crystals with their Reiki. This is totally different from a not-so-good healer suddenly bringing out the crystals when they arrive for a session, or even worse, when you arrive for a Reiki class. A good crystal Reiki healer will always explain to you that they work with crystals before you make the appointment. They will explain that the crystals are an added extra, making it clear what Reiki is. 3. Aura reading. Many Reiki disciplines involve aura reading as an optional extra. It, like crystals, is a nice addition, but do not expect it. Having your aura read is not part of Reiki itself. 4. Giving specific advice. Reiki is channeled through the healer and must not be influenced by the healer in any way. A good Reiki healer may give you aftercare advice, such as a Reiki principle to say like a mantra, to drink water, eat more naturally, or consider your health more holistically. However, if a Reiki healer says something like, burn a candle and throw salt into the flame, or you must leave your boyfriend, unless the boyfriend is a danger to you or your family, that is definitely not Reiki. 5. Massage. Reiki does not involve any massage whatsoever, and may even be done totally in the aura off the body, if that is your healer's preference. One respected Reiki discipline, Jikiden Reiki, involves a brief gentle tapping on the back at the end of the session, but that is not a massage in the usual sense of the word. Please see the next point for further clarification. Disrobing. If a Reiki healer asks you to disrobe when all you want is a Reiki session, get out and never go back. This is quite different from attending a combination treatment, however, of a massage followed by Reiki, in which case that is okay and practical. 7. Mediumship. Now, many Reiki healers work with spirit guides and may see people who have passed into spirit, but they should not volunteer this information unless you specifically ask, and only if they know how to do it responsibly. In some countries, there are laws prohibiting mediumship in this setting. It is best to go to a well-trained healer if you do want the addition of mediumship and do not necessarily expect them to carry out this service or have this gift. Ideally, a visit to a trained medium is better for this purpose. 8. Nutritional advice and selling of supplements. Unless the Reiki healer is a qualified nutritionist or a dietitian or trained and qualified to give out supplements, they must not give you nutritional or supplements advice. 9. Candles, incense, burning sage, etc. Any burning or perfume is not part of Reiki. Some healers like it, but do not expect it. If you do not want it, especially if, for example, you have asthma, you can check and make your request known before making your appointment. 10. Music. Most healers like using music, which you can opt out of using. Again, if you like it, do not expect it, as it is not a part of Reiki and may or may not be on offer. The wonder of Reiki. Reiki is a Japanese word for describing universal life force energy. Reiki is also known as Qi and Prana. This is the same energy which makes the plants grow, the tides flow, and the wind blow. In fact, it is everywhere and in everything in the universe. Reiki works on 4 levels to support holistic healing in the individual. Physical. It alleviates pain, detoxifies the body, improves symptoms, and accelerates the body's natural healing power. After learning Reiki, many students start to move into a more harmonious and balanced lifestyle. The body's natural communication mechanism starts to work again, and one is more able to simply know what is good and what to avoid. Mental. Reiki affects our deepest thoughts and conditioned ways of thinking and leads to an open mind. Negative traits and patterns are reduced and a feeling of inner calm results. Emotional. Reiki flows deep into the subconscious mind and allows one to see the thought patterns that hold us back. Jealousy, anger, fear, and other negative emotions start to be replaced by an unconditional love and understanding of life and its differences. Spiritual. After Reiki, many students become much more loving, compassionate, non-judgmental, and begin to understand that they are not separate in this universe, but part of a larger whole. When we are in harmony with our thoughts and emotions, the body is also in harmony, and we are at ease. All dis-ease is simply a moving away from this state of ease. When this lack of ease happens, the life force energy is disrupted and does not flow smoothly, thus leading to physical symptoms in the body. How to learn Reiki. Reiki is easy to use, and you do not need any special equipment, just a pair of hands on your body. You can do it for yourself or others, and it allows you to rebalance yourself on all 4 levels and to come back into a state of harmony. Reiki is given by gently laying your hands on the clothed body of a person. Within seconds, the energy can be felt. The effects vary depending on the individual, but may include a feeling of intense heat, tingling, swirling, coldness, and even emotional outburst. Certain hand positions are taught corresponding to the physical organs and emotional states. For example, the liver area associates with anger. It's interesting that we use the word livid to describe anger, and the kidneys with fear or prejudice. The chakras, energy centers of the body, are also balanced, as is the front and back torso, arms, legs, and the head area. When you are giving or receiving Reiki, the brain moves into alpha state, a state of deep relaxation. Both the giver and receiver connect with the energy and both benefit from the session. Reiki shows you the messages from your body, and you start to see new framework for language and ingrained behavior patterns. Reiki is truly an amazing healing therapy, and you sense the healing touch as soon as the Reiki hands are placed on the body. Many believe that Reiki has its own intelligence and actually goes to the site of the problem in the body, regardless of where the hands are placed. Different ways to use the healing Reiki energy. Here are 10 great recipients of the intelligent Reiki energy. 1. Yourself. Use the healing Reiki energy to help heal your old wounds, issues, and blockages that still remain in your body. We all have them. Who better to work on than yourself? You will become a stronger Reiki practitioner, and you will also be better able to help others. If you have gone through the Reiki Level 2 course training and learned the distance healing symbol, you can also send the Reiki energy to your past and future selves. 2. Animals. Animals love receiving Reiki and typically don't have the resistance to getting better that people's egos cause them to have. 3. Countries in need. You can send Reiki to the people starving in Africa, to the entire continent if you wish, or even to the whole earth. If there is a natural disaster or people who need it, send a mass healing to them. The world needs you. 4. Your food. Send a little Reiki into your food before you eat it. Use the Reiki power symbol if you know it, or if not, just place your hands over your food and intend the Reiki to go directly into it. 5. Into your home or workplace. Clear out your home with Reiki. It works in the same way as sage or other clearing techniques. Also, if you enter a place that feels like it has a lot of negative or stale energy, put Reiki symbols into the 4 corners and feel the negativity dissolve. 6. Job interviews or first dates. If you are going on a job interview or nerve-wracking first date, send Reiki energy ahead to the situation, as well as you and the other people involved. You might just be amazed at how easy the actual situation becomes. 7. Anything broken, such as your car. When something breaks down, such as your car, radio, computer, send some Reiki energy directly into it to power it up. 8. Toward goals or anything you wish to manifest. If you know the manifestation symbol, send that healing Reiki symbol towards your goals alongside the growth symbol to speed up the time needed before your goals become reality. 9. Heal addictive behaviors in yourself and others. Use the mental-emotional symbol to help heal addictive behavior such as codependence, drug and alcohol issues, and smoking. 10. As a complement to Western medicine for various conditions. Since the Reiki energy works alongside virtually every healing modality out there, use it on physical ailments such as everything from cancer to the common cold. Understanding Reiki levels. Today there are 3 Reiki levels: Reiki Level 1, Reiki Level 2, Reiki Master Level, Level 3. Level 1 attunes students to the Reiki energy, enabling them to channel it to heal both themselves and others. This connection is instantaneous, and it is strong right from the very beginning. The ability to tap into Reiki energy is unleashed during the attunement and good forever. You can never lose it once you have been attuned. Level 2 introduces 3 symbols and 3 mantras. These help Reiki healers to expand the range of things they can heal by enabling them to more easily connect to a wider range of healing energies. The first Reiki symbol is typically used to either increase the flow of Reiki energy or to help a practitioner focus better while healing. It is commonly known as the power symbol. The second Reiki symbol is used predominantly for mental, emotional issues. It has the power to create profound shifts and is great, among other things, for depression, loss, and stress. The third symbol introduced in Level 2 is the distance symbol. This symbol is generally used to facilitate distance Reiki, but it can also be used to heal your past and improve your future. Example, you can use it to send Reiki energy to a future you who is having a job interview, thus ensuring that the interview goes smoothly. The 3 Reiki mantras help you use the power of sound to create tremendous inner shifts. The first Reiki mantra helps students tap into what traditional Japanese Reiki calls earth energy. This is great for grounding and creating a solid energetic platform for more advanced energy practices. The second Reiki mantra helps students connect to what traditional Japanese Reiki calls heavenly energy. This is particularly useful for activating the higher chakras. The third Reiki mantra fuses both earth and heaven energy to create balance and harmony in practitioners. The master level comprises both practitioner and teacher components, so it is sometimes divided up into parts 3A and 3B. More traditionally, however, these 2 parts are run together. The practitioner section gives students tools, in particular the Reiki Master symbol, to improve their healing ability, while the teacher section, as the name suggests, shows students how to teach Reiki. Interestingly, many people believe that the original system Usui, the founder of Reiki, taught, consisted of 6 levels. According to this theory, the first 4 levels are included in today's Level 1 course, and the next 2 levels are what has become Level 2 and Master Level. Very few people teach this level structure today. Ten tips to find the right Reiki master. With the number of teachers, trainings, and institutions teaching Reiki, interested apprentices are at a loss as to where and who to enroll under in order to receive the Reiki attunements necessary to practice the art. It is also quite hard to find which Reiki institutions and Reiki masters are truly qualified in initiating new learners. For students, finding the right master is crucial. They've got to find that person who has the energy to bring them exactly what they need and expect from Reiki. If you're looking for a Reiki master and are willing to enroll in a Reiki school, here are the things that you have to know before enlisting. 1. Reiki proficiency. It is very important that your master has been working with Reiki long enough to know everything about it, including the techniques not written in any book or manual. His own training is going to be very relevant as well. As much as possible, the teacher should spend ample time teaching the craft and is using it personally. 2. Lineage. There are different types of Reiki, and each of them follows certain techniques and teachings. If you want to learn Usui Reiki, it is very important that you learn the art from a real Usui Reiki master. Know the lineage of your Reiki master, as it will determine what type of Reiki he'll teach you. 3. Qualifications. Certain institutions require qualifications before students are taught the basic principles of the art. But for Usui Reiki, there are rarely any qualifications required. For advanced Reiki classes, though, like Karuna Reiki, you would have to be a certified Usui Reiki master first. Classes coverage. When learning Reiki, you have to know beforehand what are the things you will learn once you have decided to enroll. Know the total class hours required and how much time is allotted to theoretical instructions and the amount of time given for hands-on practice. 5. Application. Students should also ask the Reiki master about the things they will be able to do after the training. It should be clear right from the start that the lessons that will be given to you would make you an advanced Reiki practitioner, or it would be more for personal use. 6. Fees and certification. Reiki instructions correspond to a certain amount of money. Know how much you have to pay for the training sessions and whether you'll get a manual and a certification after completing the course. 7. Taking notes. Some Reiki masters forbid the use of notes or recorders in their class. This practice can be traced back during the time when Reiki and its symbols are regarded to be sacred. As such, the whole lesson has to be memorized and not written down. 8. Symbols. The most important elements of the art of Reiki are its symbols. Know straight from the Reiki master whom you'll train under the actual number of symbols you will learn in the course. 9. Support. A Reiki support group is very essential because through it you will be able to enrich your knowledge in the art after completing the training sessions. There should be adequate support from your master too, even after you have finished all the necessary sessions with him. 10. Respect and reputation. Before enlisting for Reiki training under a master or an institution, it is necessary that you know first whether they enjoy good reputations as Reiki masters and practitioners. They should also be respectful of other practitioners and masters who don't belong to their lineage. How Reiki differs from massage. 1. Massage is primarily physical, but Reiki works with subtle energy fields surrounding the body. Although some massage therapists may draw upon Reiki energy while giving massages, a traditional Reiki treatment involves 11 to 14 stationary, non-pressure hand positions held for 3 to 5 minutes each. Whereas massage involves the manipulation of tissue, Reiki requires only a light, non-invasive touch or no touch at all. Reiki Level 2 students learn how to perform Reiki treatments at a distance without requiring someone's physical proximity. But it would be impossible to give a massage without the body in the same room. Reiki is akin to the spiritual laying on of hands or healing prayer, rather than a massage modality or technique. 2. In order to provide effective massage therapists need knowledge of anatomy and physiology, along with various massage strokes like effleurage, petrissage, taponement. By contrast, Reiki students learn that universal life force energy has innate intelligence and knows where it needs to go. Reiki practitioners do not manipulate the body or forcibly direct energy during a Reiki treatment. In order to practice Reiki, the practitioners must receive an attunement or an initiation from a certified Reiki teacher. The attunement opens the student's own natural energy channels, allowing Reiki energy to flow through their hands. The traditional Reiki hand positions and any other Reiki process do not require massage education in order to be effective. 3. In addition to the aforementioned differences, preparations for receiving Reiki or massage are different. Before receiving a massage, most patients disrobe and then have lotions rubbed into their nude or semi-nude body draped under a sheet. By contrast, recipients of Reiki always remain clothed, and Reiki treatments do not involve the use of lotions or creams. 4. The American Cancer Association makes a distinction between massage and Reiki when recommending complementary therapies. According to the ACA, manipulation of a bone in an area of cancer metastasis could result in a bone fracture. Also, people who have had radiation may find even light touch on the treatment area to be uncomfortable. People receiving radiation treatment should not have lotion or oil used on the area on which radiation was used. Even without radiation treatment, a few people have allergic reactions to oil used during massage. Another concern for people with cancer is that tissue manipulation in the area of a tumor might increase the risk that cancer cells might travel to other parts of the body. It may be prudent for cancer patients to avoid massage near tumors and lumps that may be cancerous until their question is clearly answered. By contrast, the ACA considers Reiki a safe treatment for cancer patients, noting that Reiki involves very light touch or no touch. 5. The National Center for Complementary and Alternative Medicine, NCCAM, at the National Institutes of Health lists Reiki under energy therapies, which are intended to affect the energy fields that surround and penetrate the human body. As defined by the NCCAM, Reiki is based on the belief that by channeling spiritual energy through the practitioner, the spirit is healed, and it in turn heals the physical body. Massage is listed under a distinctly separate category, namely the manipulation and body-based methods, which NCCAM defines as methods that are based on manipulation and/or movement of the body, wherein massage therapists manipulate the soft tissues of the body to normalize those tissues. This has been Reiki, Get More Energy Through Spiritual Healing Without Being a Guru, written by Betty Crawford, narrated by Carol Weekland. Copyright 2018 by Vincent Newt. Production copyright 2018 by Vincent Newt.